tell me, what does it mean to you to be taking home the BMI Icon Award tonight?
It's I'm speechless. What I do, I've done all my life. Probably when I was a child, I thought I'd make a living at it, but I didn't know I'd make like this kind of living. I just wanted to be, the dude back there in the band writing songs. Hey, baby!
Mwah!
Okay, so you were saying one of my favorite people in the world?
Oh my gosh, we gotta get photos, please, together.
So when I moved on from doing it in my bedroom for fun and then doing it in my bedroom for profit, it was a seismic shift in my psyche and spirit, because I realized that other people appreciated what I did, which is weird because most of the time you just write for yourself. To turn it into a job was weird to me because I sure loved doing it free. It was great.
Now, I have to ask, what was the first record that really inspired you to want to create music?
Oh, that happened when I was a child. I was writing classical music when I was very, very young, 5.5, 6 years old. So I did classical music until I was about 14. So I was a composer my entire life. But the song that changed me into this guy was, I walked into a club. I was a jazz guy, and I only really played jazz and loved jazz and classical. I walked into a club with my girlfriend at the time, and I heard Donna Summer, "Love to Love You, Baby," and it was life-changing because the DJ had 2 copies, and he went from, like, the songs seemed like it never ended, and it was like, that's the world I want to be a part of, the world where there's endless music. And that was disco and dance music, and
That is a game-changing song.
for me it was.
I have to ask, you've incorporated so many different types of dance sounds in your music. What's sort of the one thing that has threaded them all together?
My guitar playing. I play on every record I produce. Even if I'm producing a band, for example, Duran Duran, I still play in the guitar in the band. I basically joined the band. So I think that would be the one thread, and also my spirit of composition. But I think it's probably my guitar playing.
And you've also said that you love to collaborate. Do you think that sort of helped with your longevity in terms of your career?
I think the longevity comes from loving music. Like, I always listen to current music, and I try not to be a snob about it. I try not to say, when we were doing those analog records, they were like 20 times better. I don't do that, because I realize that it's progress, and when technology makes life different and makes the world different, I want to be a part of that new world. And so I always want to write new music. I always want to work with new people. I always want to do new stuff. I always want to buy new gear. And hopefully, as long as I keep that passion, I'll have competitive records, hopefully.
What has been your relationship with BMI, and how has it impacted your career?
Oh, I started out at BMI. I remember the very first time I won any kind of award. It was a year after I did my first record, and I was in the bathroom with the Bee Gees, and we had won an award for Dance, 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 Everybody Dance, We Are Family, and He's the Greatest Dancer. And the year before, the Bee Gees had Saturday Night Fever, and they were saying, who are these guys winning all these awards? And they were talking about us, not in a derogatory way, but it was hysterical that we were so completely anonymous that we could stand right next to them, and they were talking about us, and we're like going,
And now you need no introduction.
No, I actually still have a fairly anonymous life. Composers are pretty anonymous.
It's a nice part of the business, right?
It's the great part of the business.